Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had a lot of questions. How do we record an episode? How do we get our show into the apps that people like to listen to, like Spotify and Apple Podcasts? How do we make money from our podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. So, if you've always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.
Yeah. Anywho.
Everything over here is recorded. You hear us well. It sounds good.
I'm sounding good.
Okay. Volume's good. I have the mic up.
Yep. Sounding good. I think we're looking good.
Wow.
Or looking like I just got off work. Something like that. Anywho. I guess y'all get to see what we do.
Somebody else is on there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear. This is actually a perfect time to tell y'all that if you don't like the page, you don't get notified if we ever go live.
There you go.
So get to it. This will get saved onto the Facebook page. I'll probably share it on my page, and the actual episode will really be downloaded where it usually is. This is just us experimenting today.
First of all, it's hot.
It's hot, and we need a beverage.
Yes, we need a beverage, y'all. So we're not doing this because we're going live. It's what we do all the time. Yeah. So typically we're drinking a little white wine. Whatever. A little Sauvignon Blanc. We have a few favorites that we usually drink, but every now and then we jump into the bubbles, a little Prosecco.
My favorite.
Which y'all know that's what we do. So y'all just actually getting to see it for the first time, because we
get to hear that pop live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you watch the episode, you always hear the bloop, 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 bloop.
My bad, y'all. That's the parts he usually edits
I know. Oh, yeah. You get to see all this shit now, huh?
Okay.
Oh,
I wasn't
hey.
ready. I got a little jumpy.
Yeah, there it is. All right. So.
Oh, and the heavens opened up.
Yes. It's a way to start off after work.
Well, especially because I wasn't prepared to be on live.
Yeah, I just
threw it out
there.
Like he usually does.
So fuck it. Hey, let's go live.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Hey.
You better have your sip and then get ready to do your intro.
Here we go. Bubbles, you ready?
Damn, that's good. Bubbles is around there. You might see her.
Bubbles, you ready? Yeah, she down there chewing on
ready.
Chewing on a hard heart.
All right.
Something like that. So, anyways, 3, 2, 1.
Everything fucking sucks, but not champagne. We're here.
Yes, we're here.
It's officially my weekend.
Yes, yeah. You got that 4-dayer thingy, Oh, damn. You had to bring back the 80s with
I
that,
had a little, high-waisted jeans are back. All kinds of stuff is coming back.
Oh, I know.
Mom jeans, if you will.
And they the ugliest shit. I'm going to tell you right now.
But you know what? Those like super low-cut jeans where they would rip off the waistbands, those were not cute either. Okay, in order for jeans to truly be flattering on a woman, they should be a mid-rise. They should not go all the way up under your breasts, and they should not cut you off so you look like the damn Michelin Man.
True, very true. Yeah. You know what? Jeans look good on women if they
favorite.
if they get the right cut of jean.
You don't want them like 90s Mariah jeans, Britney jeans, where you saw the thong hanging out. I don't care what anybody says. That was not a good look.
It might look cool on the back of a motorcycle, but that's about it. You know, I'm just
it's
saying.
Shocking to me that anyone would think that like plumber crack is hot. And you know what's crazy is that I used to date someone who thought that was the hottest shit ever.
Really?
Like he was like that, like top of the ass popping out. He was like, man. I was like, gross.
Man.
That's nasty.
Okay. That's the upper booty meat we talking about.
Correct,
yeah, okay.
correct,
Okay.
correct.
When they're
Yep,
showing
you're
upper
right.
booty meat.
That's right.
Okay. Well,
Upper booty meat versus the vajelli.
vajelli. Okay.
Yeah, that's the alternate word for fupa.
Okay.
When the belly and the vagina are like, you know,
One.
ish.
They've become the Jedi,
The,
you know?
the vajelli, yeah.
yeah.
Or the fupa, the fatty upper pussy area.
Oh, okay. That is actually one of the guys when I played fantasy football. That's one of his team's names. Fupa.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. Does he have a fupa?
no.
Because it can be fatty upper penile area.
Oh.
For the record.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Nah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? This bubbly.
And then it's the pajelli if it's the penile belly thing that turned into one.
Oh, pajelli.
Not to be confused with peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter jelly time.
was waiting
Peanut
for
butter
that.
jelly time. Yep.
All right. So, what are we talking about today?
First of all, EFS Podcast, Twitter handle,
handle, email.
EFS Podcast at Gmail is our Gmail email address.
And then we are Everything Fucking Sucks on Facebook.
We are. So if you look up just Everything Fucking Sucks. And like us so you can get notified on the live show.
That's right. If you don't like the page, you don't get notified when we go live.
Exactly. So show us some love.
If we decide to do it again. I'm going to look and see how many of my chins show and make a determination based on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So
We have rules.
Anywho, what's up, Miss Laurie?
Let's see. Not shit.
Not shit. Okay.
Yeah, I had an entirely unproductive week, which is rare, and I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like it slowed down for you. So
Everything is starting to level out. My
Yep.
knee is finally kind of in that final little stage. Okay.
yeah,
You sound very
D-Lo,
happy.
That's the D-Lo
that my-
food pump.
That's
right?
the D-Lo food pump.
What's up, D-Lo? You know who we talking to?
Yeah, my knee is in the final stages of its assholery, so things are starting to improve there.
Right on.
So, yeah,
All good.
nice week.
Right on.
Unlike you,
Yeah.
who has just
Mine
had,
have-
like, manslaughter
Mine
weeks.
have sucked ass. Yeah, my weeks have sucked a lot of ass the last few weeks or so.
Oh, my.
It's work's been stressful, you know. It's been pretty stressful. So but you know, hey, we keep it moving.
Is it winding down at all?
Hell no. That shit is kicking a gear up. It's about to go full bore. So, yeah, I'm just going. So, anywho, this is like a little break for me, a little head break. You know what I mean? So I can't.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying. My mind break. It's a mind break. You know.
Under that table?
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
digress.
wish, you know, but you know.
That'd be a different Facebook
Yeah,
Live.
yeah.
Get our asses banned.
Yeah,
Everything would not fucking suck.
no, because it'd be. Never mind.
Never mind.
I just need to shut up.
Let's just change
I need
the
to shut
subject.
up.
Let's just change the subject.
Yo, so last few episodes, Miss Laurie has basically been picking them out, which has been cool with me. She's been picking them. You know, we
And
talked.
today I was like, pick a damn subject.
Pick a subject, right? So one of the subjects I've wanted to talk about for a while is, do you believe
In life after love?
in life after death?
Okay, share.
In all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
You
I'm down
know,
with it.
I mean, basically, you know, we grow up as kids to believe that if you pulled a gray hair, if you stepped on a crack, you broke your mama's back. If
Man,
you,
that's bullshit. I stepped on cracks left and right. My mind had no broken back. Okay, believe me, I was big mad at her for a lot of years, and I'd be tap dancing on them cracks.
jumping on them cracks, huh? Yeah. So yeah, I just thought maybe we could do some random ass questions.
So, are we doing? Do you believe in like real life shit or just
yes.
supernatural shit? Just
Whatever.
anything.
Do you believe?
Okay,
Do
we'll
you-
name this episode
you-
Share. No, I'm kidding,
Share.
I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
Yo, that was a classic comeback.
Yes, I know.
Big moment for her.
Yeah, that bitch got the best damn plastic surgeon on the planet.
Man, she literally looks like she's frozen in time.
I was gonna say, or someone hooked her up with like a formaldehyde drip. You know what I mean?
If there is a such thing, I will soon have access myself.
Yeah, she got a drip going. When she go home, she just plug in, and that shit just
amazing.
drips.
I ain't
you know,
mad at it.
I'm like,
hey,
damn.
She looks exactly the same for the last 26 years.
Yeah.
Do you, mama?
Yeah, and how old is she? Is she like almost 80 or some shit?
I don't think she's quite
No,
that
seriously,
old.
I think she's in her 70s.
Is she really?
Yeah,
Nah.
look it up. Oh, you can't.
I can't.
Yeah, I will.
Okay,
I'm
look it
I'm pretty sure Cher is in her.
And you have to be checking, so in case anyone does actually jump on there.
Oh yeah,
comments,
I'm doubting anybody jumps on, but hey, fuck it, we'll holler at them.
All right, I got a few little questions here, and I'm guessing that because we went separately and created some questions, we might have some of the same.
We could, and she is 73 years old,
Holy fuck!
and she looks like the same from when she was 27.
Yo, but
okay,
let's think about that. She's like what, 5 or so years younger than your pops.
yeah.
Think about that in comparison.
Yeah.
No offense to your pops, because he looks great. I'm just saying.
Nah.
She literally looks like somebody froze her in time.
Yes, big time.
I'm so jealous.
Wow, 73. I mean,
So
what's gonna?
if you are one of the lucky duckies who actually found out we're live, you can ask us a "Do you believe?" question.
Yeah, holler at us. I'm gonna keep trying to check it and look
And if
and all
not,
that shit.
sucks to be y'all.
Yeah.
Everything fucking sucks, including our
Oh,
audience.
Lisette's on here. Hang on.
Ah, hey, Lise.
Hey, hang on. Yeah.
You can throw a "Do you believe?" question at us, mommy.
Yes. Just she says she just bought mom jeans.
Oh
Thanks.
shit, carajo! I'm sorry. I hate those jeans.
Oh man, Lisette. Damn.
I know some women really think that they're flattering, but I just don't think they are. And Lisa, I've seen your ass. I'm pretty sure you don't need no mom jeans.
Oh man.
Damn it. My bad. See, this is how we're going to get my ass in trouble.
I know. Friends just cutting us off and shit, you know?
Well, this is your topic, so you are up first.
Okay. All right. I got a little something for you.
I'm scared.
All right, you ready? And
ready.
just so y'all know, we did not go back and forth with these questions, so
Right.
she has no clue what I'm about to ask her.
And we might end up with some of the same questions, or because I'm involved in this, we might go off the rails.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I
That's more like
apologize.
it. All right. So, all right, you ready?
I'm ready.
First one. Do you believe in ghosts?
In ghosts, I don't know that I believe in ghosts. And let
Well,
me.
we can run that into a natural. What do you want to call it?
I do believe that there is some supernatural. Yes.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that ghosts don't exist. It means I haven't had a personal experience with ghosts. I am not one of those people that's like just a finite. Nah, son.
How about
that
this?
ain't real.
Let's go more to. Do you believe that there are supernatural spirits?
I believe, yes, I do believe that there are. I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Many moons ago, I rented this house in Nashville. In fact, my very first house I ever rented in Nashville when I first settled in there. And I had a 3-bedroom, 2-floor home that I rented for $450.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah. Those were the days.
It was
you know?
a duplex, but let me tell you,
Yeah.
I liked it. It was super old, which was part of the pricing. Super old. In retrospect, I wonder if part of the pricing had to do with some stuff happening in the fucking kitchen.
Okay. What happened?
So I had a cat, and the fucking cat hated that kitchen. The litter box initially was in there in the pantry area, and the cat would not use it. Literally, it would drop its shits and pisses right there in the doorway.
Ooh, you was mad at that cat.
Man, listen, because cat stuff is a smell that's just.
Yeah. It
So-
smells very old lady-ish, like,
It's
you
just
know.
very pungent. It's
Yeah.
Essentially cats do not urinate nearly as often as dogs and humans, and so their urine is very concentrated, and so it smells like ammonia, like big time. It's nasty.
Yeah. It smells
So-
like cat piss.
Yeah, it's nasty, and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
And so anywho, cat wouldn't go in there.
Okay.
And it would eat just fine outside where the dishes were, because you're not supposed to keep their food and their right. In retrospect, I was very young. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, putting a cat litter box in the pantry, but it was like a closed little room, and so I thought it won't be around like where we eat, and it won't be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in the pantry does sound a little off.
It does,
you
but
know?
that pantry was space for a washer dryer, and I didn't have one.
Gotcha.
So it was a good
Okay.
size, and it was closed off, and all
Yep.
that kind of good stuff. And I was like, oh, this is perfect, out of sight, right? Cat wouldn't go. So eventually I fucking moved it and the cat was fine. Like there was no issue. Didn't give it a whole lot of thought, but in retrospect, I do realize that the cat just would not go in that kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So one day, so this house was weird. It was like you walked in through the, oh, look, now you can see me. You kind of walked in through the living room. Here was the dining room. And then you went this way to the kitchen. So if you walked in through the living room, you couldn't see the kitchen until you turned into that dining room. And so I came running in one day. I went to go put something down in the kitchen and I damn near smashed into what felt like suddenly was a wall and not my doorway. Mm-hmm. And it was the refrigerator had been like pulled forward. So it was blocking the doorway.
Okay,
so if you're looking
you
at
could
the
think
doorway,
it might have rolled. It rolled or something.
It was an old ass house. It was up on a little hill. Okay,
so it's crooked.
I
Probably.
don't really know why a whole ass full refrigerator would roll, but you know that's how I justified it in my head, right? Mm-hmm. So push that motherfucker back. I was like, that's weird. And then later on, another time comes, and I'm in the kitchen cooking, and the girls are fighting in the living room. And I go out to the living room and I'm like, cut the shit, blah, 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 all three of them. So it's not like there's any chance anyone else is in that kitchen. And when I come back in the fucking kitchen, every cabinet, every drawer is open. All of them. Not like pulled out. Like every motherfucking thing is wide open. And I was like, yo. Scared the fuck out of me. Scared the fuck out of me. We actually did not stay there too much longer after that. And also, that house was struck by lightning. Real talk. I was at fucking work and my motherfucking neighborhood was on the news. My motherfucking house, that cat busted out of the back window, never to be seen again. Because the door that it used to lean on was literally split in half, struck by lightning.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that house was fucked up.
So I might not necessarily say, yes, I believe in spirits, because personally ghosts. I've not witnessed a ghost. But something was the motherfucking amok in that house.
Yeah, big time.
So.
Big time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
Plus, I'm Puerto Rican and my people believe in, brujeria, santeria. So even though personally I never fuck with any of that, right. I'm not sleeping on none of that shit.
Right, I hear you.
I've seen the altars in grandma's house.
I hear you. I've never experienced anything of that. Nothing.
So do you believe in it?
I'm not one of those people that just say, "Oh no, that's not real."
Right.
I would say that there probably is. People have probably experienced like your story. I'm not going to sit here and say your story is full of shit.
Right.
Right? I mean,
who the fuck knows what happened?
Yeah.
I can sit here and say I don't know what happened, but I certainly could not tell you without a doubt what did happen.
Right. Yeah, so I believe there's weird shit out there, all kinds of weird shit that'll happen.
I also believe that people pay attention to things. People are more sensitive than other people.
Yeah.
Certain people pay attention to what's going on around them to an extreme level. They're far more receptive. And I think there's some people like me who, unless you slam me with a whole ass refrigerator.
Yeah, you don't really notice.
No one noticed.
Yeah, you really don't notice. So.
All right.
Yeah, so I don't really have one, but I just thought I'd throw it at you, see what you had.
Do you believe that men have a G-spot in their prostate?
Holy shit.
There we go.
Okay. Well,
kind of like the ghost. Alton is going to say, I can't say yes or no from my own experience.
I'm going to have a drink while I think about this one for a second.
He had heard.
See, what had happened was I had heard that it existed. I have never experienced it, but I have heard that it is true that
it's so interesting how you suddenly developed like a slight stutter.
A prostate massage, helps a man orgasm, to an extreme level. I don't
know that it's extreme as so much as it's a different kind.
A heightened level. Okay, I'll throw it like that.
Look at you with your big word for the day.
Oh yeah, that's right. Webster Dictionary, bitch. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've
But you have neither experienced.
I have not experienced it,
nor witnessed.
Yeah, I haven't witnessed it. Yeah.
I will say that I have witnessed. It does exist.
Oh.
And we'll leave that right there.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Oh. Damn. Okay.
Some people are into certain things. No
yeah,
judgment.
yeah. I was actually trying to keep this podcast like a certain direction, but that shit just like really just went over the hill and
I'm
hit
just
the.
saying, do you believe?
Yeah.
Your answer was
I
yes.
believe yes. I believe yes. I will
See?
say.
So we did that.
So do anyone who's watching or wants to watch this podcast?
Anybody want to share?
Anybody want to share? Tell us what you think. Right?
Comments are open for
Yeah.
sharesies.
They are. They are. Holy. Okay.
You're up.
Okay.
Why do I suspect his might not be?
Mine ain't like hers. Yeah. Okay. So, do you believe
Bubbles.
something good always comes out of something bad?
Not necessarily.
No?
No, I don't. I think sometimes shitty stuff just happens because shitty stuff just happens.
I believe that.
I know some people believe in like the rule of threes or believe in
Right. That
Or
was actually one of my questions,
Right.
the rule of three.
some people believe in like a domino effect, like this many bad things will happen or
Right.
one bad thing begets another. I honestly just do believe that sometimes shitty stuff just happens.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't necessarily know that good is canceled out by, X many bad. I don't know. But I don't necessarily think that it's a canceling out process. I think just shit just happens.
Yeah, I believe shit just happens, but for whatever reason, I've always believed that there's something good there. And it's not always something that is right front and center in
Right.
your face. It's usually something that you have to dig a little bit for, but it seems like it's always there.
So are you digging for it in order to cope? Is it easier to say, oh, I found this good thing, so I can cling on to what I just went through?
I don't think so that I can cling on what I just went through. For me, when bad shit happens, I just kind of get it behind me. It's gone. I'm on to the next thing.
I was going to make a really disgusting sex joke, but I'm going to wait.
Yeah, when bad things happen, I move on.
That too helps me get over things.
But-
Bad things happen, I just get it behind me.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, y'all.
He's
see,
gone.
See,
We've
this
lost
is
him.
what I have to deal with
We've lost
all
him.
the time.
He
yeah.
don't even
Yeah.
remember
What the
he
fuck was I talking about? Yeah. But yeah. You just have to look for it. I just think there always is something good,
I think good stuff happens and bad stuff happens, and I have an expectation that they're going to happen, and I don't really I guess maybe it's also based on your perspective, right? As a kid, things were pretty shitty for a really long time, and so I just kind of thought that was my normal. And
Right.
so when some good shit happened, it wasn't like, oh, finally, here's the good thing to get me through it. It was more like, well, goddamn, finally. But same thing with good things. When good things happen to me, I don't have that moment of like, oh shit, when's the bad happening? Does that make
I
sense?
got you. Hey, real quick. Maria Melendez.
Hey, what's up, mommy? Can you see Bubbles, or do we need to make Alton pick her up for you?
She said she loves Bubbles. I know no one gets to see Bubs. Hang on a second.
We're gonna give y'all a Bubbles shout out while I have a sippy sip. Here's she's down here chewing and a chomping. Hey, bend with your knees. Bend with your knees. Snoring and snarfling like the big princess that she is.
There she is, right?
I swear she's the damn star of this podcast.
Yeah, the Bubs. Okay.
Go back to chewing, little mama.
Yep.
All right. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Do I believe in love at first sight?
See, I took it back, y'all.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I know.
Kinda.
So no.
Kinda.
That's a yes/no question.
No, I'm gonna say kinda, and the reason is because love is that thing. Love's not light. I'll just put
Right.
it like that. Love's not light.
Right.
So when you meet someone for the first time and say, just boom, as soon as you see them, the first words out of their mouth, their tone, their
I am rich.
everything. You know what I mean? You go, what?
I am rich. If those are the first words out of their mouth.
Damn. Yeah.
This ass is real.
Yeah, this ass is real. Yeah. But I think it's there could be a strong major attraction
That's not
that
love.
turns into love.
Right, but that's not love at first sight.
And that's why I say kinda.
Yeah.
I can believe that there is a strong attraction really on first sight, but I don't see how you absolutely love someone.
Yeah, I don't.
Love at first sight.
I don't buy that bullshit.
Yeah. So that's why I say kinda. I think there's a feeling that will
I
go to
definitely
it.
believe in lust at first sight. I
Yeah.
have experienced that.
Yeah.
I definitely believe in a connection that happens with somebody unexpectedly and very quickly. 100% I believe those things happen.
Okay.
I don't believe any of those are love. I believe later you might look back and think to yourself, if the relationship has worked out, holy shit, that was love at first sight. But it wasn't. It was a bond. It was chemistry. It was whatever that thing is. But you didn't love them. Not yet.
Right. It was the timing.
Right.
The timing you met that person.
Right. But
all
I
that
am
good
also
stuff.
like unusually pragmatic about love, like especially for a woman. Like I just have a very different approach to it.
Yeah. You're different. So we know that.
I definitely believe that you can have a very strong attraction, and that doesn't even have to be a physical attraction. I do believe that energy between people is extremely frenetic, and you can meet someone and you're like, we are fucking vibing.
Right. Awesome.
And so that, like I said, in retrospect could be looked back on and you could say, oh my God, that was love at first sight. No, it was that something between you two clicked in that right moment and that right time. And
that's what I think. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, I definitely think that works. On a side note, just because of personal experiences that I have had with some people recently, if you find yourself in a situation with somebody, if you're in a relationship with someone and you find yourself vibing with someone who is not your significant other, and you are in a committed relationship, and I'm not just talking about a married one, I'm saying you got you a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
And you find yourself having an energy with a person that is unexpected, a little thrilling, and definitely crossing the line of what is acceptable. That actually happens. It is what you do with that changes whether or not you're still going to have a relationship to go back home to. Because you can 100% go home and take a moment with yourself and go, did I just have a thing with somebody because something's
just
lacking
happened? Right.
over here?
Right.
You know, is that why I connected? They fulfilled something that I've been needing, maybe didn't even know it. Or am I not as content as I think I am? And once you sort that out, if you did not go past that, like, okay, we had a vibe and we left, and you went back and you checked yourself, and then even if you did not tell that person that you're in the relationship with, but you said, yo, let me pull up because this ain't right to the person I'm with, that's okay. It's when the line gets crossed and the sun's coming up and oops, we touched hands or oops, we kissed. That's when you're vibing while you're in a relationship turns into a problem. And I'm speaking to somebody very particular. If he hears this podcast, you know who the fuck you are, and that's why your ass got replaced. Anywho.
Hey.
I love you, best friend.
Oh, hey. Okay. All right. Okay.
Did I go or did you go?
I said it was yours. It was yours. All right. You
I'm
ready?
going to have a sippy sip.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Do you believe in karma?
I want to say yes. I want to believe karma exists, but it doesn't. I've seen too many fucking shitty, bullshit ass people continue to succeed to believe in karma. I would love to say yes. I'd love to say that piece of shit got exactly what they were coming for, but 45 is still president.
All right,
karma doesn't always necessarily exist.
I want to say that I believe in karma, but you are correct. There are those major instances that some bad shit happens,
right?
And that person does not get what they deserve. There are those instances. But I also want to say that there are those instances where some people do get exactly what they deserve.
Is that karma or is that just that good
the
shit
law.
and bad shit that goes down,
or
right?
is that the law?
Right?
Yeah.
So that's where I struggle. Like I said, I want to believe in karma.
Well, you know what? But that can also go for the shitty boyfriend that broke up with you, right? He broke up with you because he wanted to go fuck with Becky with the good hair. and then come to find out it was nothing but a weave, right? some of that Indian virgin hair.
That's right.
You know?
That's
right. You know what I mean? So it's not just about people who are doing these bad things, but just maybe an unfortunate event has happened to you.
It could be the person who was just a complete twat to the barista in front of me, and then they dropped all their cash out their wallet, and I stuck it in the tip jar.
You got bingo.
But is that karma, or is that just chance?
Well, I think it is part chance that chance has turned against them.
That's not my belly rumbling, in case anyone's wondering. Queen Bubs over here got one of her super strong rawhides, and she is going to town.
She's chewing it up. She's chewing it up.
She's tearing that thing up.
So
I don't know. So is chance karma? I don't know. I wish that I could say, yes, the fuck I do.
Right.
There'd be a lot of people who got some servings coming.
Yeah, but not everybody gets it. So
correct. So that's what makes me not believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We ready?
Go ahead.
Do you believe in God? And I'll expound on that one, because it's not just do you believe in the devil? Do you believe in heaven? Do you believe in hell? Do you believe in purgatory? Do you subscribe to any of those theories besides you have just died and now you're in the dirt taking a nap?
So, I'm gonna have to drink. I'm gonna have to drink on this one. I'm gonna have to drink on this one, and there's a reason why.
AK and I were both raised deep in the Catholic Church.
Yes, deep Catholic Church. A couple years back.
Put on your earmuffs, Dad.
Yeah, a couple years back. Well, I'll say a couple years prior to those couple years back, I stepped away from going to church. I used to go to church all the time. And I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed going to church. And so I took a couple years off. Just shit got crazy. Just things were all happening, and And so one day I decided I think I'm gonna go to church. Sometimes it's like a reset for some people,
sometimes
right?
you feel a call.
Yeah.
Especially if you were raised in it.
Right. And so I decided I was gonna go to church. And I went to church, and the weirdest thing happened. No, I didn't get struck by lightning. Yeah. I'm in church, and it just, the feeling of it was, it was a little cult-ish, is what I'm going to say. And
I get that.
And it was like, I'm there, I'm not so invested now. Now I'm like a new person walking in, and I'm going to witness
fresh
all
eyes,
the
fresh
fresh
ears.
eyes,
I gotcha.
fresh eyes,
I gotcha.
right? And I'm watching it, and I'm just looking at all these people who are believing what this person is saying, teaching their children about what this person is saying about this person, Jesus Christ.
That guy, that
guy, right?
The guy.
So this is where I'm conflicted with it.
Okay.
Right? For whatever reason, I actually tried to put some logical thought to it. Right?
Oh, you can't apply logic to religion.
I know
I'm
this,
sorry.
and that's what I've realized.
That was your first mistake.
I tried to put logical thought to it, and we've talked about this in the past about if you whispered something in someone's ear, and say that you have 20 people in a circle, and the next person is to whisper it to the next person, and the next person, and the next person, and the next person. By the time it gets back to you, you could have said watermelon. By the time it came back, it said Susie Joe is a hoe. That's what it came back, right?
My.
The words
Why are we so mad at Susie Joe?
The words always get mixed up. Somebody said something different. Someone heard something different. Someone translated something different, right? And so I look back at the Bible, and I'm thinking,
you're gonna get in trouble.
I know I'm in trouble, but this is what we do, right? This is what we do. We talk about how we feel, how we think, what we think. It's not a place of judgment.
Right.
It's a place of where we can actually voice. I know we're gonna get judged like a motherfucker. 1 star. I mean,
fuck you.
Yeah. So I don't really care.
That'll make sense
I don't really care. I'm just explaining to everyone, what I think about it. And so So basically, I put this logic to it, and I'm thinking, okay, so you look at the Bible, and how long ago was the Bible written?
Remember BC, y'all. BC.
Yeah, BC.
No
right?
paper.
No, yeah.
No fax machines.
They chiseling on stone and shit. They got a bone and a rock. Or two rocks
And some pig blood.
Yeah, and pig blood, right? and so they gonna carve all this shit out and create the stories and all this
And
stuff.
I don't know if y'all have checked recently, but the Bible's thick.
Yeah,
That's a lot of information to have imparted all these years later, 100% accurately.
So I'm curious, how accurate is it?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Is it even
in about
close?
40 years or so.
Is it even close? And it's like there's so much belief that people put into religion, and there is no proof.
No,
There's no proof.
And seeing Jesus in your piece of toast does not count.
In your
Just in case.
in your quesadilla, it just there is no proof, and so people blindly follow this written book, and this is what it is.
Well,
period.
that's the thing too. Is like that book is different. You got King James version. You got the New Testament. You got different. You got Quran.
I was gonna say you got the Quran.
You got people who believed in the Kabbalah. You know what I'm saying? In the ancient script. There's so many different things. So it's difficult for me to subscribe to this idea that this deity, who for the record happens to be a man, no offense, y'all, but what a coinky dink there, right? That this deity,
white man
who was in Jerusalem, but he lily white.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just tough. It's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't feel conflicted about it.
Right.
I feel conflicted about it. But the conflict is not enough to make me swallow blind faith. And that's where I struggle. This idea that you just have to have this blind.
You have to believe.
Just believe.
Just believe it.
Nah.
Yeah.
It don't work that way. I believe I'm going to be a millionaire. Here I am, 43. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So it's just tough for me. That doesn't mean that I don't believe that there is a higher power. That
Exactly.
There is something.
There's something.
I don't believe that it was just this, this gas accident that happened and this collision. I don't necessarily believe that either. But again, at least one of those could be answered by science.
Yes.
At least you get a few answers that are logical. And so this concept that I have to just have blind faith, me personally, that isn't enough.
Yeah. It just changed for me. Like
Jesus
I said,
came through while I was having a dinner and sat down next to me.
he
No
just-
one else
he
could
just
hear
popped
him or
up.
see him and was like, yo, I'm here to tell you, subscribe to this concept. You need it.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming back. I'd be like, hold up, let me check my dosage real quick.
Yeah.
First and foremost, right? Call my psychologist.
Right.
I'd be like, yo.
Yeah.
Did you up the dose and no one told me? Okay, we're
Right.
still on the same. Okay. Then-
Okay, was that an edible? Or, right? Were you eating the gummy bears and the cookies?
You know, because like I said, if you apply any sort of logic, which is frowned upon, they don't want you to apply logic. That was my
Right.
experience with the church. I was deep in the church. My grandmother used to take me out, communion, confession, all the things
I did all that.
right?
Yep.
Confirmation, all the big C's.
Yeah. Confession.
yeah,
Yeah.
communion, confirmation, confession, all of it.
10 Our Fathers.
Did it all.
4
Oh,
Hail
yeah.
Marys.
Oh, yeah. I did all of those things, and then something happened to me, and then I was involved in an incident. One day we'll talk about that incident, but I was involved in an incident, and when I was able to come back to church sometime later, I had questions.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, but I've been doing everything y'all told me I'm supposed to do,
Right.
and I've subscribed to all of the theories, and I've done my 36 Hail Marys
Yeah.
and my
Yep.
14 Our Fathers, and,
Yep.
and I've been here and I've served, and this shit still went down. And I'm struggling to understand because y'all keep telling me that if I believe
Right.
that I'm protected.
Right.
And I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly speaking, if I really break it down, I was never.
Right.
If I'm going to keep it all the way gully.
Yeah.
And the answer was always, nah, that's not the right question. Don't ask that question. And I was like, but that is my question.
Right.
Like,
It is the question. Right.
that's exactly what I want to know. Nah, but you're asking the wrong question. Well, what a fucking coinky dink.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what the question is I'm supposed to be asking?
Right.
No.
Right.
So when you start to ask questions and people start to tell you to shut up, that those questions aren't the right ones,
Yeah.
I have to ask myself, like, is this bullshit?
Right.
And ultimately, I hate that that's what it's done, because I'll be honest with you, every now and again I'll go to church for midnight mass, because I was raised Catholic, and the midnight mass is one of the few services that they don't preach hellfire and brimstone and all that stuff.
Right.
And the choir is going, and it's a moment, for me, it's a holiday. It's very difficult. I have a really tough time with holidays. And it's one of the few times that I feel like a peace and a connection with something bigger than I am, outside of the ocean. And I feel maybe that little pull towards the church again. It is the only time. And I go back into it, and I remember exactly what I'm supposed to do. And I feel like it's...
You were conditioned for so many years,
Right.
is what it was.
Right. But I do also feel like something resonates. And I wonder if it's because if we approached the concept of a higher power with, I do the right thing because that's the right thing. I try not to be a liar and a cheater and a thief. Nobody's perfect, right? Which is actually going to go into one of my next questions. I try to do the right thing because that's the right thing to do, not because there's some golden ticket to the pearly gates. Like, I don't know if pearly gates exist. So guess what? I don't kill people and don't harm animals. I take
Right.
care of my responsibilities because those are the right things to do.
Right.
Without the expectation of some like prize at the end of the journey. Mm-hmm. And if we approach faith like that, do good because it's the right thing to do. Good, right? And you never know when you get to the other side.
Right.
It might be all of those things.
Right.
But no, I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in hell. I don't believe in purgatory. Really? Devil's waiting room? Really? Right? That's the halfway spot between you as I, but you really didn't, like,
Right.
You didn't check all the boxes?
Right. You missed one of those Hail Marys.
What about people who were born in other countries who've never heard of Christ?
Right.
They
Well,
automatically
they
get a
just-
ticket to hell?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I just don't, it don't sit with me, y'all.
Right.
There's some holes in the story.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that doesn't mean that I don't respect someone else's beliefs.
Right.
And I think that's the difference between someone like me and a lot of people you see in the world, where it's like, nah, my way is the only way. It's the fucking right way. No, it's not. If that's what helps you sleep at night, if that's the thing that fulfills something inside of your soul, then good on you.
Right.
There's a girl that we know who every answer to every question we give her is, well, God is good. God is providing. And I'm like, I would love to know what it's like to have that kind of fucking blind faith.
Yeah.
I would love it, because at least the worries would dissipate at night. If that's all I can say is like, God will provide.
Right.
I don't subscribe to that. I'm like, bitch, how do I pay the rent?
Right.
God ain't coming down here writing me a
I
check.
have to provide.
Right.
I have to get up off my ass and do work.
So, so
Yeah.
my answer is, I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely don't believe in heaven and hell or purgatory.
Yeah.
I definitely don't necessarily believe that the higher power is God, is Popeye in the clouds,
Yeah.
and that the little forked tongue and the dude and the shit. Sorry, y'all. Boop. And we chose that one to go live.
Yeah.
Is my bad. The black came out, but the forked tongue dude in the bottom is
Right.
the one who's saving I just don't subscribe to that. I have a problem with that.
Right.
There it is.
Yeah.
You're up
Yeah.
with the question.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, I got an easy one. Do you believe in
Magic.
this administration?
Oh dear. I almost got in trouble 2 minutes ago for some shit I said. Now I'm really gonna be in trouble. I'll make it simple. No. Period.
Your turn.
Easy.
Your turn.
I got the sweat for that one. All right.
Oh shit.
Do you believe that when you die, you will have accomplished everything you've always wanted to accomplish?
I have no clue.
Right?
I have no clue. I mean, there's a.
I just burped.
Okay.
Into the mic.
There is. I think there's a list of things that people. I'm not going to say all people. There's a group of people, we'll say, that have probably created a list of things that they want to accomplish, or places they want to see, things they want to do in general, or whatever. But I think as you grow And as you age,
Literally?
well, I say grow as in like from childhood, and you age, your list of the things you want to do, the things you want to accomplish changes. So
And should.
yeah, and so I think there again. I wanna believe that everyone wants to do stuff. What's the name of that prosecco?
This Prosecco is bomb.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a Casa Santasola.
Casa Santasola.
Santasola, and it's Prosecco DOC.
Yeah.
And it is an Italian Prosecco, and it is
it's
nom,
good.
nom, nom.
Yeah, it's good.
In that
I
gold
remember
bottle.
when I found that one, I was like, it came in the gold bottle. I'm gonna have to check this one out. So, but I think it changes for everyone as they age and grow old. So I'm gonna say that there's a shit ton of people. It never happens. I
believe that if you functionally grow, change, mature, your list has to change.
Yeah.
And I don't know that anyone finishes everything. We all die at different times. We don't all get to 96 in the bed surrounded by who's left and our children and grandchildren.
No.
It doesn't happen like that for everyone.
No.
So I think that as long as I continue to add to the list and keep knocking things off as I go,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily know that I have this, let's keep it real. I don't really got a list.
Yeah, I got a little list.
Ah, damn. My frozen stuff for my knee just fell.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
no.
broken, y'all.
I'm working on it.
She trying to get better, but she broken.
Not just my mouth that's broken. No, I don't. Other than places I want to see,
Yeah.
I really don't have a list.
Right.
Like, I never had that, like, this is what I'm going to be when I grow up. Every time I started to apply myself to it, I was like, nah, but that's not all I want to do.
Right.
And I don't want to spend all my time doing that. Mm-hmm. And parenting, frankly speaking, was unplanned. And once I did it, I was like, I'm in this for about 20-something years. And then they got to go.
Yeah. Time to get the fuck out. All right, y'all.
Hasn't been working out quite as well as I thought it would. But, like, I also understood that for the most part, much as you love your children, cry for your children, struggle for your children the rest of your days, it is kind of finite in that eventually they do go out and do their own fucking thing. Then they break your heart, in another zip code. But yeah, like a list of, if you will, life goals. Not really. No.
Okay.
If I have a list, it's just been places I want to.
I'm kind of in the same boat.
Lay my eyes on.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I want to bear witness to greatness, to things that came before me, to architecture, to art, to people, spaces, sounds, smells. And I don't necessarily need to be there in them forever, but I do kind of want to submerge myself in some of them, hence me moving around.
Right.
I enjoy that.
Some of those things that have been around way before you.
Right.
And that you get to actually experience.
Yes.
That'll be around through generations.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even necessarily believe in Christ. And yet the idea of going into Brazil and seeing that massive Christ, like, do you understand how huge that thing is? Seeing that, understanding that there were people so profoundly moved by their faith that came out of it. That's incredible to me.
I
Even
honestly,
if it doesn't a box for me inside.
Yeah. I want to go to Egypt. I want to see the fucking pyramids.
Do you know my cousin went to Egypt and she was like, bruh.
Yeah. I want to go to Egypt and see the pyramids. There's a lot of little places I want to go check out, which I will here pretty soon. I'm gonna start a little plan on.
I started one of those recently too.
Yeah. Well, I have started that plan, but I'm gonna start my travel plan. Here.
I want to
probably
do
by
it
the end of this
before
year.
I'm too old to be comfortable traveling. Like, traveling's
Right.
already hard no matter how old you are.
Right.
But you don't want to be so fucking old that it's like, hey, 2 days of travel just kills you
Yeah.
and you sleeping for 3. I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
I think you're up with the questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this question is it kind of goes to something else. Okay. So you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, y'all. And I'm talking to y'all.
Uh-oh.
If you have not watched Handmaid's Tale,
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's
I feel like
Tale.
Handmaid's Tale should be sponsoring us.
Yo,
They've gotten shout out after shout out.
you guys are fucking missing out.
Jesus.
If you're not watching it, you're fucking missing out.
This particular season has been very heavy.
This season has been brutal. It has been like, I am honestly waiting for June to burn that motherfucker down.
The shit to just go left.
Burn it down.
Yes.
I am so waiting for all these ugly people to get their
it just keeps building
karma.
in her.
I'm waiting for that karma to kick in.
Yeah, cinematic karma. Here we go.
So my question is pertaining to that.
Okay.
I know I asked, do we believe in this administration? But,
nah, period.
But can you believe that this administration, our country, is capable of doing something like that?
100%. The first season I watched this show, I remember thinking, holy shit, this show is riveting, because it was so far out of the scope of anything my brain could process.
I think we should give a quick synopsis of the show to people who don't watch.
We already haven't?
Well, I'm just saying, if people are catching us right now.
So basically what happens is that we're in a post civil war situation in the country, in the United States of America, where the religious conservatives have ultimately won over by way of a coup, and they are now in charge of running the government. So it has gone back to men being in charge, women having no rights, no voices, no abilities to read, no ability to work, no ability to earn their own money, and no ability to go anywhere unsupervised. Mm-hmm. And there's a side story in there that I'm not going to share because I really want you to watch the show, but it's imperative to the ultimate theme. But you end up with a group of women who can perform a certain function, and as a result of that, they're essentially the modern day chattel. They're slaves.
Yeah, they're cattle.
And and so you have someone who was kidnapped, robbed of her husband and child in two different situations, and it is her absolute white knuckle survival skills is essentially what you watch for 3 seasons so far.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Moss is fucking brilliant.
She kills that role.
She kills that role and let me tell you, it is a gut-wrenching, soul-sucking title role to have.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. She must need hella therapy when she's done performing this.
Especially this season.
Yes.
I mean, this season has been something like just crazy.
And I think that the reason that it has is that, barring this one exception that I don't want to give away, because again, I want you guys to watch it and I don't want to give you everything, is that it's already looking like we're heading in that direction.
Right.
It's already starting to happen in baby steps. And there's a line in there somewhere where they say, like, once upon a time when something like this happened, when they started taking people's rights away, it happened because people were standing around in shock, but no one did anything.
Right.
They just sat back until it happened to them.
Right.
And so when you hear black people, and again, I'm going to remind y'all, Alton is black, Lori's black. I know we the pale kids, but we are. When you hear black people screaming for equal rights, it's not because we want to take away anyone else's rights. It's because for so long, everyone has stood by while black folks' rights have been robbed of them. And he and I are the privileged ones in that we the light-skinned folk, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We get to, we're passable. Nobody likes those words, but y'all know what passing means. You get pulled over and you pull the bass out of your voice, and they might not necessarily know what you are.
Right.
My last name is Diaz, but I could have married into that name.
Hey,
right?
Mine's Kirkland.
Yours is Kirkland.
Like Costco.
Nobody knows, right?
Yeah.
So we enjoy the privilege daily of being the light-skinned black folks. We never deal with the side effects and the symptoms and the systematic racism against dark-skinned black people in this country.
Well, I want to say that I have experienced some of that stuff. But,
not to the degree is what I mean.
Right, correct. I would say that I probably haven't experienced it to the degree of others. So.
Right, particularly dark complexion black people.
Yeah.
And so no one's saying that you can't have your rights. That's not what anyone's saying. What they're saying when they're begging for equality is, y'all stood back and watched it while it got stripped of us.
Right.
And y'all never gave us any, then you gave us this much, and then now it's being taken away again.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what this show is talking about. It's like, no one really wants to do anything until it affects them.
Right.
And by then it's too late.
Yeah. It's too late.
And that's where we're at. So to answer this question, yes, I firmly believe that this administration could move us into some realm of what we're watching as fucking entertainment. In horror, I might add.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will be the first to tell you, I spend a lot of time not knowing what the fuck I can do. What can I do?
Right.
It's terrifying, but I don't know what I can do. And that's the real.
Yeah. All we can do is project our voice and speak and vote. And,
Well, the voting thing is so, you've got the fucking electoral college, which is just such a fucking hack. My God. Like, the system is broken, y'all. The system is broken.
It is,
It's going to have to be dismantled.
But
to put us all on the same playing field.
But
and
you know
what?
what?
It ain't gonna happen in my day, I don't think.
We can still vote. We can still spread the word. We can still support. I mean, those are the things that we can do.
Correct.
And so those are the things that we need to do.
Right.
So.
You're right.
Okay.
Agree.
What you got?
All right, I got one for you.
Oh, it said Jessica is watching. Uh-oh. Horsica?
Oh, I missed you. I miss you, Horsica. Do you believe in 100% total and complete honesty in your personal relationship with your significant other?
Damn, Gina.
What? Why you drink? You thirsty? You feeling parched?
100% honesty.
You want me to answer first?
Go for it.
Nope. I don't think it's feasible.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep a real bitch.
I mean, I'm trying to process this one like all the way around. Right. Okay. So
there's a time and a place for 100% total honesty. There is.
So I'm being 100% right now. 100%. So, sometimes people want privacy. They want to be alone. They want sometimes just not to be bothered.
Okay.
Sometimes people don't want to explain. They just want to do what they want to do.
Okay.
They want to feel whatever they want to feel. And so sometimes I believe that when another person is involved, that not every time you're going to get the 100% honest right now. Not saying that it's
that you might not eventually,
and not saying that that person would be doing something dishonest or doing something untruthful, but doing something to where they really don't want to explain, but they just want something for themselves. Does that make sense?
Sort of, yeah.
I'm just fucking done, and I'm ready to just shut it the fuck down. I don't want to fucking talk to nobody, and I'm not saying that that's right, okay? Because if you have a significant other, person's wondering where the fuck you at, all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that's right, but I just know from experience that everyone experiences these really high highs, really low lows, a fucked up week, whatever, and sometimes they just want to kind of just sit back and melt into the couch and don't want to be bothered about somebody or about something, right. Or they just want to here's the word, disconnect. They want to cut the cord, pull out the plug. I'm just going to disconnect for a minute. So me answering your question, I'm going to say that, and I'll back up a second, majority or a big chunk of people probably will say that
100% all the time.
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna.
I'm just gonna tell. Yeah, hey, you know what? I love you, but I don't want to fucking see you tonight. All right, I'm just. You know what I mean?
Because the thing is if somebody tells you that who you love, your feeling is gonna get hurt, and you can sit here and say that it isn't, but it will.
Right.
And so that's why I'm saying I don't believe that 100% all of the time total honesty is the right policy, because I do believe that circumstances happen where it is easier for you to take a moment to process before you answer a question, and then you can be honest.
Right.
Because then you can be honest in a way that the communication is effective.
Yes.
And not hurtful.
There you go. So,
and that's different from like the regular, like when your woman says, "Do I look fat?" You know, she already has an answer, right? Let's keep it real. Most of the time, a woman in her mind thinks that she looks fat, even if she doesn't.
Why you gonna ask? You know what I mean? I'm
gonna go ahead and keep it real with you. Somebody asked me if he had a big dick or small dick one time, post-coital. He was like, "Do I have a small dick?" And I was like, "Why would you ask me that question of all people? Why would you do that?"
So the guy you were with asked you that?
After we had sex the first time, he asked me if he had a small dick.
And what'd you say?
I was like, "Yeah, you do." You asked. In retrospect, though, I realized
you didn't pump his head up or nothing.
Why?
I
didn't have a small enough pump.
Wow.
No, he did have a small dick. He did.
Okay.
He asked me because he knew the truth. So I'm correlating.
So
it to
why ask?
So that's why I'm correlating it to the woman asking. Well, because I think that a lot of the time women have a really, really foolish idea in their mind of what fat is. Okay. I think that's a societal pressure. I think that we all think we're supposed to be bony as fuck, fucking thigh gaps and hip bones. And that's not real.
Yeah.
But that's the societal expectation. So when a woman is asking you that, she already has an answer in her head. Doesn't matter what you say. You can say absolutely not now, baby. In her mind, she's like, lying ass motherfucker.
Right.
Or you can say, yeah, you look a little big in that outfit, and then she wants to clean your clock.
Yeah, and then she's pissed.
So where would 100% honesty benefit either of you right there? No, there's times that you don't.
I get that.
Necessarily answer the question honestly because she already knows, or he already knew.
Right.
He asked me that question. You knew he had a small dick. Why you gonna put that on me?
Yeah.
The bitch who don't know how to shut the fuck up. You're gonna ask me. So then, like later when I noticed he was talking a lot less.
Yeah.
Very quiet all of a sudden. I was like, but you got other skills, which he did.
Right.
So it's a tough situation because your knee-jerk reaction is you want to always be 100% honest, but that's not always the healthiest option in that moment. Later on, you might be able to still give that honesty without the pain it might cause in a more immediate situation.
Yeah.
It's kind of like recently I had a friend, I can't even say a friend, somebody I know a million years ago kind of reached out to me about something randomly, one in my opinion. And
wow.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
Wow.
Like I hadn't talked to this person in a million years, and all of a sudden it was like, hey, this person that I've been with all these years, that we got businesses together and we got a couple kids together in life. I found out this motherfucker cheating on me, and I was like, okay. How can I help here, right? So when we first talked, the initial thing was like, absolutely everything was going amazingly, swimmingly. Life was perfect. There was a cherry on top of us,
Right.
The more we talked, the more the layers came back.
off. Yeah. Yep.
And while I didn't want to be like, you ignored signs and you ignored signs. And that's why you reached out to a motherfucker you ain't talked to in 100 years. Because you knew if you talked to your family, they'd be like, that motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You reached out to somebody who was not going to give it to you with a teaspoon of sugar. Because inside, I think you knew the answer. You just needed that validation. But that same answer coming from someone who was close would have hurt. Mm-hmm. And so it's difficult. And of course, I'm not making the same comparison of 100% honesty to a friend, to a significant other. It's a different circumstance.
But let's back that and say, once again, let's keep it real. People who have you as a friend will ask
personally.
People who have you as a friend will ask you some of the most sideways, off the wall, like craziest shit.
I do have that gift
because you're going to tell them how it is.
I think everyone has their friend who they go to, who's their cheerleader, who's like, oh, you the shit. No matter what you tell me, you're the shit. You always wear the shit.
The homie. Right. That's the sugarcoat homie.
That's your 100% cheerleader. Right. They're going to throw on the outfit and the pom-poms, and they're going to tell you the flyest thing on the planet. Then you got your other friend who's going to hear out whatever you have to say, weigh it, and give you a very measured response because they don't want to dip their toe too much in your shit. And then you got your friend who's like, nah, bitch.
Right.
I'm that guy.
Right.
If you're looking for me to put your head on my bosom and give you a moment of like, I'm not that guy. I'm not actually physically capable. I don't like to be touched that much. I'm never going to put your head on my bosom.
Right.
Unless I'm really drunk. Hi, Christina. Hi, Aisha.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Mattress, backyard.
Let's not talk about that.
Oh, okay. My bad.
That only happens like once every 3 years, damn it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. mattress in the backyard. Yeah.
The gate of Narnia.
Yeah. Riding a bike while it's chained to a tree. Yep. Y'all
we've
know.
had some parties.
Yeah.
Not important though.
Yeah.
No, so I asked that question because I often wonder how many people really truly subscribe to it. So anyway, going back to the girlfriend, she wanted to know every single detail from him. Like she wanted the details, and I was like, you don't want that.
No.
You don't, because the fact that you want those
just
details.
cross it out, call it good.
So I guess they were talking about trying to make things work, which I don't understand. I think some betrayals are just too far to ever forgive.
Yeah.
But now imagine knowing every single in and out of what happened.
You're gonna focus
You're gonna
and
drive
harp
yourself
on
crazy.
it. Yeah, yeah.
It would drive me crazy. I could never just put that in a box and put it away.
Yeah.
Every time that motherfucker touched me, I'd be like, oh.
Is that how you did?
From her?
Yeah.
Right?
Becky. Is that how Becky did it?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
I know.
So I don't know. I
Yeah.
maybe this is why I'm not good at the idea of like getting married and
Yeah.
shit. Because I'm like, sometimes you gotta tell a motherfucker they cool for a second so they can sleep.
Right.
And then, in a few days when everybody's a little more chilled, then we can talk about it in a more honest space where no one's really the flare up can be avoided.
Yeah.
I think people think because of my personality, I'm like that person who just wants to yell and fight and carry on when we have an argument. I ain't that dude.
No.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to refrain from the low blows when I'm that worked up. Mm-hmm. I don't have the communication skills that level of anger to just speak my reality and my peace without being hurtful. So it's just better for me to like retreat for a minute, take a moment, rub it in my skin and feel mad and feel sad, and then I can go, okay, I'm a few days away from my feelings. Here's what I'm now left with. Let's process this. Let's approach it. Let's talk about it. Let's fix it. But go on with your bad selves if you think I want to fight everybody.
Yeah. One day maybe or one day in the past, maybe that was the case, but nah, we know that's not the truth now.
Nah, no more. You got any more?
That was it. That's all I had. Yeah.
Do I have any more? Oh, I got one last one.
Oh, go.
Where'd it go? Oh, I found it. Do you believe in happily ever after? Do you believe at some point you get to a situation with somebody where it's like, that's the road dog?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be in a white carriage.
The way you put it right now, yeah, that's the road
Maybe
dog.
that's just my idea of a happily ever.
That's who I can lean on. That's the person, like, if something's up, yo, let's go. Yeah, absolutely. I think you can. I
do too.
And
which is funny because I don't believe in any other thing, but I do subscribe to the idea that we as humans can find a happily ever after person.
Yeah.
Where it's like the pieces just fit.
Yeah.
The cogs just all set where they were supposed to. I think that, and I've said this before, I think that love at 20 versus love at 30 versus love at 40
totally different.
Very different. What you need out of a partner is so different in your 20s versus what you need out of a partner in your 30s. Most of the time, people in their late 20s, early 30s, they need to make a family. That's what they're looking for.
That's what they're
Most
looking
of the
for.
time, those young 20s, you need that passionate, over-the-top, holy shit movie love. And then by the time you get to a certain age, what you need is more somebody who gets you.
Right.
You need somebody who supports you. You need somebody who, when the shit goes left, even if your natural knee-jerk reaction once upon a time would have been disappear and disconnect, might be, fuck.
But I also think that, when you hit them 20s, right? You hit the 20s, you getting with your significant other, y'all fucking like rabbits. Y'all doing the do.
Because your knees don't hurt and your hips don't hurt and you don't got that bad back.
You doing what you got to do, right? Late 20s or whatever, mid 20s, some of y'all early 20s. Then you start a family. You have a family. You go through your 30s.
And then you have no sex.
And then you have no sex. And then it turns into this, well, goddamn, I ain't dead.
Now he's just the motherfucker who take out the trash, and she's just the bitch who cooks every third day.
Exactly.
Sorry, you guys.
Exactly. And then
that's what it's always looked like for this outsider.
And then it's like you hit the 40s, and you like,
I do like to fuck.
I'm ready to beat some shit up, and then it's like,
and I don't want any more fucking kids.
Yeah, exactly.
So now I can just fuck to fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
and I don't gotta worry about the kid coming in the room because now the kid don't talk to me anymore.
Wow.
Or might not live with me anymore. You know, shit changes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So it just changes.
Did anybody have any questions while we were on there before we hang it up?
Hell no.
Fine, bitches.
Yeah, motherfuckers. Nope.
So, if you guys have any do you believes, jump in on the conversation. Let us know, and we can do a little quick catch up on the next one.
Yeah, sounds good.
Discuss it. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I am too. My ass is starving.
And I'm sweating. I thought you put the air on.
I did, but
I mean,
you know,
like,
oof, I know.
can feel my little Afro puffs right here.
Yeah,
yeah, they're doing what
they
do.
getting puffy.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Baldy.
So, ooh,
That's messed up.
Hey, I'm gonna shave that shit tomorrow morning
It's
too.
not my fault.
Yep.
It's this little spot right here. It's where the baby hairs is.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't slick them down.
Baby hairs.
Hey, you could be fucking middle aged and have baby hairs. But I don't slick them down like they do. Man, the girls now get like art forms out of their baby hairs.
Oh shit, looking like what do they call those?
I just look like Afro puffs.
I'm trying to think what they used to call those, something waves. Shit, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't remember. Fuck. I wish I knew what I was trying
It'll
to think
come
of.
to you when you least expect it.
Yeah, you know.
All right, y'all got any do you believes for us, or did you have an answer for any of our questions?
Yeah, what you think? So, other than that,
It's time for dinner.
let's eat.
Y'all say good night to Bubbles, who is passed the fuck out.
She is asleep, y'all.
I mean, face in her blanket,
Yeah.
knocked out.
We recorded this one early, so she's doing her early evening nap.
She ain't used to
Yeah,
this.
early evening nap. And she'll wake up like here in about 10 minutes.
We had to
and-
try to steal a little natural light, which we didn't do great at either. So.
Yeah, so but this is our first Facebook Live. We're gonna play with it, see what's up, try to make it a little better for y'all. So anyways, that's it.
Okay, y'all. Bye.
Fuck it.
Peace.
Peace.